You look so grown up, Julia.
My hair is purple.
Scary.
See? It's purple.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So how are you guys today?
Okay.
Can you, Grandma, can you come a little more in, or is there no room? There we go. Hello. Beautiful. So, well, this whole project is about, it's like anything that has to do with Jewish humor, and I think you guys are like the funniest Jewish people I know, and like have been my, it's true, and you guys have been my funny Jewish influence since I was little, and created another funny Jewish person who's my dad. So, yeah, you know, it's just, it all starts with you guys. First of all, what are your names, and how long have you been married?
Wow, that's a toughie, Julia. Do you want it as Roberta and Howard Round?
Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay. How long have we been married?
We've been married 54 years.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice.
Congratulations.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You think it'll work?
I think it might. I think it seems like it's going okay. I know one of you had Russian immigrant parents,
My
or both
father.
of you. Your father?
Yeah.
I think my father also. Yes.
Yeah.
My
Yes.
father also.
Got it. And what was it kind of like growing up with parents that weren't born here?
Normal.
Normal?
We didn't know any better.
Why do you think you didn't know any better?
Because our my father at least came over as a young child. But by the time I was born, he was already working ahead, you know, in a business and everything, and married. So I didn't know any better. And he did not have an accent.
He didn't have an accent. And did you grow up around like a lot of other Jewish kids, or kids who had immigrant parents or anything like that?
They were mostly Jewish. Not some were immigrants. Not all of them, but some of them, sure.
Did like being around like Jewish people like your whole life kind of shape like the way that you see humor and the way that you make jokes and all that?
Sure.
Sure.
How come? Why do you think that is?
One of the reasons is before the Jews came here, life was hard. And there were wars and pogroms, and I think it kept them going to see the funny side, to make a joke of it. It helped.
So it's a way of like alleviating it yourself, like from pain, like kind of getting over like hard times almost.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, other kids making fun of you or making fun of your beliefs.
Mm-hmm. So
I
you.
remember being called a dirty Jew when I was 3 years old and going home crying.
Aww.
I was not dirty.
There's something about Yiddish that's like really funny. And so what do you think that is? Like, what about Yiddish makes things funnier?
I think it's just our perspective on life, and that was the language we did it in.
Yeah.
It's the way that you got through the horrible times, the bad times.
By
And when
using
they were
Yiddish.
together, especially that generation, my father, my mother, they grew up speaking Yiddish.
Yeah, when they didn't want me to understand anything, they would talk Yiddish. So out of self-preservation, I learned it.
So do you think that like the Jewish culture itself has its own kind of language or way of saying things that makes things more funny?
Yeah,
I
a lot of
guess so,
times. Yeah. The expressions.
The hand gestures.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What did he say?
Tell her what you said. No, you tell her.
What did you say, Daddy?
I said everything's a question,
Answer a question with a question.
or it sounds like a question.
Yeah, okay.
That's funny.
Daddy, come here. I have a question for you.
Uh-oh.
Go on the bed.
I can't. But the thing is...
Oh, okay.
Well,
Well,
okay.
hello. Okay.
There
Oh.
we go.
Hi, Mr. Rome.
Hold on.
So this like old Jewish man that you like to imitate a lot. Is there anybody?
Don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. I mean, well, it's becoming, I guess, less of an imitation and more of just
That's all
you.
I'm saying.
but like, who do you kind of have in mind when you do that? Like, does your head go anywhere?
I don't know if I have any particular influence, actually. It's just a total stereotype, really.
Yeah.
Where did I pick that up?
Probably from some of the comments on television.
Probably so. And a little bit of her father, who didn't have an accent, by the way.
He did?
Oh, God, yeah,
that conversation the other night.
Depends who you ask, Julia.
Alice was asking about her family. She said that her father came from Russia via a few other countries, but he didn't have an accent. And Grandpa and I just cracked up.
A lot of Jewish humor is kind of self-deprecating, and it's, you know, like Woody Allen and like a lot of just making fun of yourself, kind of. And so why do you think that is, like, and why is it so funny?
So we learned in class that Sigmund Freud believes that humor is like a way of like relieving yourself of a repression, kind of like an inner. Would you say like that's pretty accurate?
Yeah, that's basically it. It makes the rough times bearable.
Easier,
Yeah,
And,
easier.
and self-deprecation is kind of like insulting yourself before someone else has the chance
Yeah.
to do it.
Yeah.
Do you think the Jewish people pick that up naturally, or do you think that was kind of instilled in the culture over time?
That's
Like-
a good question.
I think it's from all those years of being picked on. They decided to pick on themselves first.
Yeah, I think so.
Did you guys feel that you and your family did that a lot, like use humor as a way to get through tough times?
Like, I know you guys did. You said that, but what about your parents? Like, did they kind of influence that for you at all?
How they handled it, so we learned, well, maybe that's how you have to get through. That's what you have to do. Because they had it worse than we did.
How come?
My father grew up in Russia, and he lived through pogroms, which is when they came at you, and you had to hide or they'd kill you. Pogrom is when the Russian soldiers invaded the towns, and the first thing they did was kill the Jews. Break the store windows of houses, whatever. And the government did not stop them. It was okay.
It's just like the times when Hitler,
Yeah.
the Holocaust.
Yeah. Was that before World War II and the Holocaust? Or...
Yeah. My father left Russia just ahead of the Russian army because they were going to draft him.
Oh, really?
And that was 25 years.
So how old was he when he came to America?
Well, he didn't come right to America. He left Russia at 18.
Okay.
And then he moved to Poland and then Cuba. And
Yeah.
Right, I knew about Cuba.
Yeah, no, he got out, he snuck onto a train, bribed the conductor, and went to Poland.
Is there any Jewish comedian or figure that's funny that you look up to or you did look up to when you were younger?
Oh, God. Myron Cohn.
Absolutely.
Go to the house he goes, he rings the bell, the door opens, says, "Lady, your husband just lost $800 playing Jim Rum." She says, "He should drop dead." He says, "He did."
Don Rickles.
Yeah. There were a lot of them. Most of them were Jewish at that point
yeah, both
because
comedians
they
were
had to learn how to deal with it.
Yeah.
They were all the ones we liked to watch because we could relate.
Mm-hmm.
Now listen to me, Mr. Carson. Call me Johnny. I'll call you anything.
Well, I always liked the same stuff too. I was going to say they took me to see Myron Cohn when I was like 12 years old in Cleveland.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
still
really?
stuck for life. That was interesting.
Was
Should
that
look him up.
Yeah.
But you know me. I like Jerry Lewis and Don Rickles and that gang.
Hold it. Hold it. Hold back. Hold it back. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Stop with the brushing. Now, we've been together a long time. I've asked you many, many things, and you've come up fat for me. But now I'm asking you to hold it. Stop pushing, stop rushing, just hold it. Now, we're all adults, and I'll expect you all to conduct yourselves in such a fashion as an adult will. Hold it. I've never asked you this, but I'm asking you now simply, purely, hold it!
I always turn to the older people, the older comedians, more than the current ones, I think.
Yeah.
Especially.
They were better.
That's all I'm saying.
They were better.
That ethnic humor had sort of died out by the time I was a teenager, you know?
so you do think Jewish humor has changed like over the years?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In what way?
It's Jewish anymore.
Yeah.
They're just Jews who tell jokes.
They're becoming more Americanized.
Yeah, they're just blending in.
So you think it's assimilation more than anything?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
So then, do you think that Jewish humor is the best kind of humor? And that Jews are funnier than most people?
It is funny to most people, and we can relate to it. So to us, it's the funniest, you know.
Mm-hmm. I got one final question.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a favorite Jewish joke that you could tell? to my class.
Take my wife, please.
Well, Daddy, can you think of any?
I can tell you my favorite Jewish joke. It's kind of long.
Go for it.
You ready?
Tell her.
All right. So history is made. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
History is made. It's the first Jew is elected president, okay? It's a big deal. First time ever.
Is it
it's
Bernie?
getting close to Inauguration Day. He called up his mother in Florida. He says, Mom, I'm being inaugurated in a couple of weeks. You're coming to the ceremony, right? Well, you know, I don't like to travel. It's such a pain. It's not difficult for me. I don't get out so much. He says, I can't drive to the airport. Mom, I'm president. I can send somebody to your house, pick you up, take you to the airport. No problem. And I can get a jet. I got the whole Air Force. I can put a jet on the tarmac. You can walk right up to it. Well, you know, it's not difficult for me to pack. I got to schlep the bags. Mom, I can send a valet. They'll help you pack. They'll put the bags in the car. They'll take you right to the plane. It's not a problem. Well, okay, I'll do it. So a few weeks later, she shows up. She's sitting in the grandstand. He's getting inaugurated. He's saying the oath of office. And she's sitting between the Speaker of the House and the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, watching him say this. And she pokes the Speaker of the House in the ribs and says, "You see that man down there saying the oath of office?" "Well, yes, of course, he's the president." He says, "His brother is a doctor."
Great. Well, that's it. Thank you guys very much.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you,
Good
guys.
luck.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
lots of luck.
Thank you, guys.
I almost forgot a request. A gentleman wrote me a note and asked me to repeat my famous gin rummy story. It's a privilege to do it for you, since so many of you play the game of gin rummy or understand it well enough. 4 fellas are playing gin rummy. One loses $800 and drops dead right at the table. So out of respect to the deceased, they finish the game standing up. However, the situation now presents a problem. Someone must tell the wife. Nobody wants to, of course. So they draw lots. One man is selected, the other two say, "Please be careful in breaking the news. It's a serious bit of business." Break it to the wife gently. Says, "With me, you ain't got with nothing to worry." Oh, to the house he goes. He rings the bell. The door opens. Says, "Lady, your husband just lost $800 playing Jim Rum." She says, "He should drop dead." He says, "He did."